Dun 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 dun. Hey everybody. Um, so let's call this episode 6A of the Path to Revan. Uncle Buttons, who my grandnieces and nephews call me due to the uh, effect of spending my life mostly in an electric wheelchair and having a lot of buttons to play with on my wheelchair, joystick control thing. So, anyway, that's the origin of Uncle Buttons. But back to my original thought. Uncle Buttons, gather round because Uncle Buttons has got a story to tell you. We're going to call this episode 6A of my continuing Star Wars, The Old Republic adventures here. Episode 6, it was really interesting. A couple things happened all pretty much simultaneously. I got a Logitech G230 gaming headset and a what is this? This is a Cooler Master. It's the cheap one. Cooler Master. I think it's the Devastator backlit. I got the red edition. Backlit LED keyboard and mouse combo. The keyboard, it's pretty. I mean, it's a okay keyboard as far as keyboards go. Its main claim to fame is it's got a red backlight on it, and I wanted that because I spend a lot of time playing in the dark, just generally being in the dark in my office/computer room, and I was playing in the dark the other day, and I mean it was really late, like I don't know, 9 or 10 at night. I was like, holy balls, I cannot see the keyboard. So the solution to that is to get a backlit keyboard, and the mouse combo that came with the Cooler Master, Devastator, Storm, whatever the hell it is, actually has an adjustable DPI switch. And for as long as I've in my vast IT experience, going all the way back to probably 1982 with Apple IIes, and well, those didn't even have mice, but let's say from the point I actually used mice on a regular basis, which probably would have been Windows 3.1 came out, I don't know, whenever that was, 91, 92, somewhere around there. I've never had a mouse with a user selectable DPI before. But anyway, back to my original rant about episode 6. So I recorded episode 6, and you'll notice that we're in a different spot. We're actually on Valamora right now, continuing our class quest to get the Eagle, to bring down the Eagle's terrorist network. So I traveled to Valmora because during episode 6, and I recorded the audio, and man, I went to the playback, and I was like, God damn, that audio sounds like shit. It must be my new Logitech G230 gaming headset, because the gaming headset was not that expensive. It was, I think I got it for $39.99 or something on Amazon. I'll post a link in the description. And So I was like, man, it sounds like crap. Complete and utter shit. I mean, it was really echoey, and I mean, it was horrible. And I mean, those who know me know that I'm not much of a stickler for audio quality in my recordings, but man, this was really bad. So I we're just gonna continue on. We'll call this uh, we'll call this episode 6, and now, or episode 6A. Now that I've figured out what the issue was, and let me explain that. With the original episode 6 recording, I could go into Premiere or one of those types of things, and sort of re-narrate the audio track. It wouldn't really it wouldn't be my original comments, obviously, but you would get the gist of it. But anyway, we'll see about all that.
Off-duty soldiers, scared locals. They try to hide it, but they're shell-shocked, just waiting for something to blow up.
As I was troubleshooting my my audio this morning with I was playing with the Windows audio settings and mic boost, all that kind of stuff. Because one of the things about the G230 headset is that it uses the 3.5 millimeter jacks. It's not USB. It's regular old school, and I haven't had one of those in a while. I've been mostly kind of sticking with the USB headsets as of late, so I thought I'd give that a shot. But anyway, as I was troubleshooting my audio this morning, I assumed it was an issue with the audio in the panel something, so I really thought I would take a look at it, and I messed with the mic boost. I moved the headset from the front audio panels to the back, from the front panel on my PC case to the back ones, because the YouTube nerds tell me that sometimes when you use the front panel audio, oh look, I've got it's probably more Chinese farming spam. Yep, there it is. 2 million credits for $5? I don't think so. So YouTube nerds tell me that sometimes when you use the front panel audio, because there's basically a cable connector that runs from the front of your PC case, almost the entire length of your PC case, to the motherboard header connector, and sometimes that length of wire, cable, whatever, can introduce interference. So a lot of people don't even connect their front panel audio, but I did, and I moved it, and it still didn't matter. And I was like, what the fuck is going on? The Logitech audio cannot be this bad. It's horrible. Nobody would even buy this if the mic was this bad for a gaming headset. So I donked around on the control panel a bit, and went to the recording devices option in Windows 10, and I went, that's a little odd. I looked at my recording devices and said I had a USB 2.0 audio device still enabled, along with my along with my, you know, my mic in regular 3.5 millimeter jack. So I'm like, what the hell's going on? I don't have a USB device plugged in, or a USB mic plugged in. And let's see who can figure out what this issue is, by the way. Got a clue yet? Because my other headset that I was using before I got the Logitech headset was a USB device. So maybe I was figuring, well, maybe it's, you know, was still showing there. But then I did a recording test, and both the line-in mic on my headset, the 3.5 inch mic,
displaying all authorized destinations.
Be the enemy, I think, is what we want to be. So let's
travel route is confirmed.
Over here. So I did the recording test, and both the mic in and the USB device were showing levels on the audio meter. And then I looked over and went, oh, god damn it! Along with the purchase of the Cooler Master Devastator and the Logitech gaming headset, I went, oh, I guess I need a webcam. So I bought the cheapest 1080p webcam that I could find on Amazon and plugged it in, and it's actually, I want to say TeckNet. I don't know. I'll put a link to it in the audio description, or in the video description. But basically what was happening was that's where the USB mic was coming from. Was there's a mic on the headset, and that was causing all kinds of levels of suck, because what was happening was the line-in mic, the headset
Brave little
mic,
imps in the middle of a war.
was recording,
Want to play with them?
The USB was recording at the same time. So I've since corrected that issue, and I think we need to go down here. I just disabled the USB mic on the webcam, on the recording devices on the control panel, and seems like everything is all good in the hood. So now that I've killed 13 minutes, 10 seconds, or whatever, babbling on about, am I even in the right spot? Yeah. About my audio issues. Let's get it on. I have a feeling I am going to. Well, that's and I did do a couple stupid quests, but nothing really class quest related. We're still on the hunt for the eagle, and so we'll just keep moving right along, and we are apparently almost at our destination. Dude, that guy's like running around fucking half dead. Yeah. Anyway, let's go in here in the Nibre warehouse, and we need to locate the shielded power cores, apparently. Oh, and I'm guessing that we gotta click the little blue glowy right here. Oh, well maybe we have to destroy the resistance generators instead. Apparently we do. So we destroyed one resistance generator. There doesn't really seem to be a lot of resistance in here, but that's probably because that dude who ran out of here and was half dead probably cleaned out this room for me, so. But I think I probably got it. Melee! Oh, the other thing that I mentioned in the real episode 6 is that you will probably notice that I bumped up the detail level on the graphics in Star Wars here. I mentioned that in episode 6. What I did was more of a technical exercise than anything else. When I bought this last batch of hardware for this that we're playing on currently, I got an AMD Kaveri 7850 APU, and I think I mentioned this before, where it's like the onboard graphics are shared on the CPU actually, and they're essentially, the onboard graphics were a AMD Radeon R7 series, so they were pretty decent. I am definitely not complaining. They were pretty good, but I was kind of running into some issues. What the hell am I supposed to do over here? When I was playing GTA 5, mostly with the graphics, I was cranking the graphics up and
all right, make me look good.
My frame rates were totally sucking ass, so I had to play GTA 5 on like medium. But one of the advantages of this Kaveri APU, the most recent AMD APUs, is that if you go get a Radeon R7 series video card, you can actually crossfire it with the onboard graphics. So essentially what I did was I went and bought a R7 250. It was about 80 bucks on Amazon, and actually I think that came with a rebate as well, and installed that. So I really gotta figure out what the fuck to do here. What the hell? So I installed the video card, and basically I have dual graphics going with the onboard. So that's pretty awesome. Oh look, it's not on that console. Oh, that's just my goddamn bonus mission. I don't care. Although apparently I can Oh look, I love it. So essentially, not essentially, but in practice actually, I have 2 gigs of RAM on the VRAM on the video card that's dedicated or discrete, as it were, and at least 1 gig of system RAM on the that's being used for video as needed. And if I ever get to a point where gigs of video RAM not enough, APU graphics RAM, which is actually coming out of my system RAM, will automatically scale to 2 gigs. And you would ask yourself, Uncle Buttons, why would you want to reserve either 1 or 2 gigs of system RAM for shared video RAM? It seems like it's kind of a waste. And I mean, other than bumping up the graphics, and using the discrete graphics on the card, I really wanted to, as a technical exercise, do the dual graphics crossfire thing, just because I'd never done it before. And essentially, I have 16 gigs of system memory that I put in this thing. So even if it reserves 2 gigs, which I have not seen it ever do so far, I would still have 14 gigs of usable system RAM with Windows 10, and I've never come anywhere close to using anything anywhere near. memory resources of this system. So it's not like I'm running short on processor power or anything, or memory.
Make me look good.
And if I keep this system around, which I don't know, there's some, my intent is to sell it. And move on to the next PC build. But if I keep this system around, at some point I may do the 3-monitor Eyefinity setup. Which is Eyefinity is the whole games, to span all 3 of your monitors independently, so you can see like your peripheral vision, instead of having to move the mouse, is just available on your left and right monitors. So I'm probably going to do that at some point, whether it's with this system or the next one I build. The AMD version of that is called Eyefinity, and the NVIDIA version is NVIDIA Surround. So
you and me, getting good.
And basically what happens is...
What are you looking at me for? Aren't you in charge?
Oh, fuck off. I'm trying to pick up the loot that you're standing on, you stupid whore. So essentially what you do when you set up the surround monitors, for the sake of the math, if all 3 of your monitors are capable of running at 1920 by 1080, 1920 is obviously the width, 1080 is the height, just like a standard 1080p TV these days. So if you have 3 monitors, basically the width is essentially 1920 times 3, which is 5760 or something. That becomes your total width, and then the height is 1080p, or is 1080. So you get 5760 by 1080, and then you essentially make that your...
Make me look good.
You make that your, alright, you're making me mad. That becomes your resolution inside the game, and then hopefully with only a couple minor tweaks, the full image is displayed across all three of your monitors. And what are we doing? Let's go. What's in the Troida workshop? Step lightly. What the hell is step lightly? Oh, I apparently got to turn in the mission over there. All right, so let's do that. And one of the intricacies of doing so, the AMD dual graphics setup is called Crossfire. The NVIDIA version of that is, of course, called SLI. And if you, for the AMD Crossfire version, you just basically install both video cards, or in my case, the one video card and the APU, which is already enabled, and AMD handles everything across the existing.
Alright, make me look good.
The regular. The regular PCI bus that the cards use, or the graphics card uses to talk to the CPU. If you do the NVIDIA SLI version and you have two NVIDIA cards, they basically have to both be the same card, the NVIDIA version, with the same amount of RAM. I don't think that restriction exists with Crossfire, but it does with NVIDIA. The NVIDIA ones, the RAM has to be the same, and they have to be the same NVIDIA family model number. Like, you could use for example, they would both have to be GTX, I don't know, 750s, for example. And they would each have to have 2 gigs of RAM, but you could, by my understanding, have one GTX 750 that was an NVIDIA spec, and you could have one that was like an MSI GTX 750. So as long as the NVIDIA family is the same, the actual reseller, manufacturer, whatever, can be different. And because I'm killing time, just talking about what may be boring.
The Watchers said new agents were in the area. It's
Oh,
good you're
look at
here.
him with
I'm
that
Fixer
new high
66.
tail on his face.
I'm with the operations branch of Imperial Intelligence, and if you have a moment, I'd like to show you something.
Can I be Fixer 69?
You have my attention, Fixer.
On the left is an ordinary Republic comm unit issued to Resistance fighters. You've probably seen hundreds before. This other one is a Republic comm unit that has undergone some surgery. Please look, don't touch. The second one contains a ½ kilo of high explosive that detonates when the talk button is pressed.
Oh, this is actually pretty cool.
This is why I never let my holocom out of my sight.
The plan is to take a few of these sabotaged comm units behind the Resistance's lines and plant them on their dead. The Resistance should soon salvage the comms and take them back to their headquarters. The resulting explosions will cripple and panic them. We'd prefer someone like you to take point. Someone who won't break if captured and who can go without reinforcements. Can you do this?
The Resistance will soon see death everywhere.
Well, if that's your business, you certainly came to the right planet. Head over to our technical man, a Balmora local we drafted. The men call him Toybox. He'll give you the ordnance and show you how to transport it safely.
And, because somebody may actually care, once again today, I am not drinking any beer for this episode because it's still a little early in the day. Apparently 10:19 a.m. on the East Coast. I'm not drinking beer at the moment, but I'm drinking a bottle of Deer Park's finest natural spring water. Kind of my go-to bottled water, and I want to say I think this is bottled in Pennsylvania somewhere. I don't know, but not that any bottled water. There actually is some bottled water that's better than others, but it's all pretty much water, so kind of stick with that. But so what I was saying, for SLI they have to be the same family and RAM, but the manufacturers can be different. I don't think AMD has that restriction. I don't know, but one of the other interesting things is right now I am, even though I have the dual graphics going, I only have a single monitor at the moment, which is actually honestly a piece of shit 1080p Westinghouse TV. It's a 32-inch or a 27-inch, I don't know, something like that. As a TV, it's not that great, but for my purposes, it's got a couple HDMI inputs, so I'm using it as a monitor. But I only have, this is the only monitor I've connected at the moment. So I'm using the HDMI out on the discrete R7 250 card, basically because the VRAM on the video card.
Fixer 66 called with the details. I've got your comm units rigged and ready to go. Oh, my name's Toybox, or that's what they call me. I used to make... well, never mind. Quite a plan the Fixer's got. What do you think of it?
I like it. It exterminates the Resistance in their nests.
The Resistance? Or anyone else that picks up the comm unit? He's assuming soldiers will be the ones stripping any Resistance bodies, but civilians pick over bodies all the time. Refugees, sympathizers, sometimes you'll even see children do it.
Anyone that scrounges at a soldier's corpse is no innocent.
No,
Exactly.
but it's more practical to kill a soldier than a civilian, right?
Oh,
We
fuck.
want a high-value target. While I was making the bombs, I remembered I had some empty grenade casings lying around. Now, a comm unit anyone will activate. But if we trapped a grenade to explode when armed, only soldiers will be in the blast. What would you think of that?
Has it occurred to you that the Fixer's plan relies on you obeying his orders?
Absolutely.
I'm sorry. I suppose that might have looked like I won't do it again. Here are the trapped comm units. They're disarmed until this channel is set to 5. Just set them and walk away. Fixer 66 will be monitoring Resistance comm frequencies. Talk to him when it's done.
Exactly. Don't question your orders, just follow them blindly. Oh, let's see what this is actually up here. This should take me. Oh, this is a cab stand, dude. So anyway, the HDMI is connected to the discrete graphics just because I only have a single monitor. The discrete graphics is big guns. What is that? Okay.
Travel route is confirmed.
The VRAM in the discrete graphics card is faster than my system RAM because my system RAM is only 1600. So the video RAM is faster. And to put an end to this probably not very exciting discussion of Crossfire and SLI, the way SLI works. Oh yeah, that's what I was going to mention. I mentioned that with Crossfire, the dual graphics communication is handled through the system bus, the regular PCI. Where do I need to fucking turn in this quest? Damn it! Crossfire is handled through the system bus, NVIDIA, SLI. There's actually an SLI bridge cable that externally connects the NVIDIA cards together. So you need to buy video cards that are both SLI capable, because not all NVIDIA cards are, and you have to have this little bridge cable to connect. And finally, oh, I did come to the right place. Alright, never mind. I gotta go this way. We're going to the little pink thing in the right edge of the map. And to finally put a cap on this conversation, SLI, you can connect the video cards to, or you can, when you're going to do multiple monitors, you can use all of the, you have one monitor connected to one video card, for example, and the other two monitors connected to a second or a third or whatever.
Must have been imagining things, but I could have sworn I heard those generators go pop from here. Good work, but it looks like the resistance isn't done yet.
I will hunt down each and every member of the Resistance if I have to.
Good to hear you say it. Used to be we kept the Resistance in check in the wilds, but now they've started to get bolder. They're attacking Imperial holdings in the old Balmoran industrial area. We need to punish their boldness. Lieutenant Thorpe at Marcaran Outpost has some ideas about how to put the Resistance back in their place.
Alright, so, goddamn, I'm gonna finish what I was saying about Crossfire if it kills me, I swear. So, NVIDIA, you can use the connections on multiple cards. With Crossfire, all of your monitors have to be in that. All of your monitors in a single crossfire, of which you can have multiple groups, have to be connected to the same video card, essentially. And one of the other kind of esoteric things about Crossfire is in any Crossfire group, in order to enable that Crossfire group, one of your monitors has to be using a display port out on the video card. And if you don't have, if for example you don't have a display port in, you can just go use an active connector. An active converter. So you could go to Amazon and buy like an active display port to HDMI or display port to VGA are the most common ones to use. So when I get multiple monitors,
here's what I got. Look quick if you want.
Oh look, I don't really have enough money to buy a new speeder. I mean, I guess I can. Let's buy one of these stand-up ones. I think I already have that one. Let's buy this one. Oh, that's pretty badass. Is that $8,000? Sold. So the R7 250 that I actually bought doesn't have a display port out on it, but my APU, the motherboard, the onboard graphics, and the motherboard specifically, my Asus, whatever this is, a 88X Pro, I think, does have DisplayPort out. So I can, when I get multiple monitors for this system, I can use the connections on the motherboard and the APU to do the DisplayPort, and then
bring your creds back anytime.
go from there. So if I do it on this system, that's probably fine. Got my new speeder. And you can equip that or make a link to it. By hitting P, going to the clicking on vehicles, and then dragging the icon of your empty spots on your toolbar. So let's see what this is. That is kind of badass. Alright, I am gonna finish one more quest here. I realize I kind of babbled a lot. Didn't really get a lot of gameplay, but that's okay. Still had a good time. I think I have to get them. Pretty sure that I can't jump. I think there's, yeah, there's another way up. Next.
Other route is confirmed.
Really weird. Seems a little laggy. The video on that last quest seemed a little out of sync too, and the interesting thing is that I don't know whether it's my graphics or the general sort of lag, because I do have the graphics cranked up pretty high, but this video is almost over, so we'll deal with it until the end, and I will investigate. Yeah, now I remember one of the things that really kind of made me mad about this whole deal is on Balmora is there are a lot of those go up the elevator, down the elevator kind of.
I hear your
elevation
exploits
changes.
with Lieutenant Davril went well. Let us hope you are versatile. Unlike my esteemed colleague, I do not base my mission's success on the decibel level of the explosions. Breaking the spirits of a resistance movement is like cooking a fine meal.
So, what are the ingredients for this mission?
The resistance has the people's backing. We must crush the spirits of the people to crush the resistance. No doubt Lieutenant Davril told you that they've brought in cyborg mercenaries from off-world, using an experimental new drop technology to land them on the planet. These cyborgs are killing our soldiers left and right.
You require me to eliminate these cyborgs.
Well intuited, Agent. I believe we can catch them by surprise at this location. But here's the key. I want to send the Balmoran people a clear message. We collect the technology the cyborgs use to drop onto Balmora and use it against them. Kill the cyborgs, collect the technology. What do you think?
You have a devious mind.
Bring me the cyborg technology, and I think the Balmoran people will get our message loud and clear.
Oh look, I got some new gauntlets. Bracers is what they use. And I'm pretty sure they gotta be an upgrade because currently pretty much all of my armor sucks ass. So oh, through there. Alright, let's go see if we can kill some more stuff. It looks like there's some shit to kill this way.
Rise and shine.
And I just noticed, you guys obviously were not paying attention. My coordination ability had probably expired, or maybe I died. But I don't think I actually died. Oh, god damn it, why am I stunned? It's only good for, I think it's an hour. Yeah, it just, you have to renew it every 60 minutes basically. But it's probably a little bonus mission. Plant sabotage complex. Oh, that's the one with the dead bodies. That is actually kind of fun, but it's a little bit of a pain in the butt. But let's go do it anyway. You'll see their little blue glowing bodies on the ground over here. You're just gonna find them and click on them. Looks like.
All right, make me look good.
Look, there's one right in front of me actually. Resistance corpse, and you just click on them. Apparently we gotta find 5 of these fuckers. Oh, looks like there's one over here. See the general radius. Oh, all right. Yeah, we gotta. I was thinking the radius might be a little small, but looks like it goes all the way up here. Is that a corpse or is it an actual dead body?
All right, make me look good.
Oh, look, there's another one. There should be 3. And I'm just gonna kind of continue on to the next quest. And these dead guys these corpses will present themselves. We really don't need to keep wandering around like oh, looks like I got a little gold. So apparently I'm guessing that these are 2 or 3 cyborg rocket packs, of which I need 5 of them. So maybe oh look, there's another body. I believe right about here.
You and me? Getting good.
That'll be pretty sweet, actually. You just need one more dead body. And I think our rocket pack thing is dealt with. So let's roam around and see if we can find one more dead body. I thought I saw a blue thing over here. Apparently, no. Oh, sweet. There's one right there. Actually, come on. There. Alright, so both of those look like they're completed. Let's go turn these in and we will call an end to... That's Fixer 66. And that's, so what's over here? Be the enemy. Alright. Let's go over here first. And then we'll call an end to this episode because we're already past an hour. Although the first 10 minutes of it was me babbling on. So. Come on, let's go talk to Fixer 69. I wonder, I think maybe I can jump in. There. That was easier than roaming around the building. Walking around to the other side.
Word has it, the former Balmoran Minister of Defense, Vol Argon, got wind of your work destroying the generators at Nibre warehouse. He's furious. I can't wait to hear his reaction when we attack him with his own cyborg's gear. Perfect.
He will learn not to interfere with the Empire's plans.
Indeed. To reach the Resistance's main base, we need to push through the Gorinth wilds. But the Resistance have repelled all Imperial offensives with guerrilla attacks from this untamed and largely uncharted area. A Balmoran defector, Cavil Aren, has agreed to help us clear out the wilds and carve a path to the Resistance's base. He's at the Gorinth Imperial outpost.
Alright. Mission number 1 turned in successfully. Mission number 2. If I can remember it, I think the ending is that. Yeah, that's right. I gotta go over here and talk to this guy. This guy's fixed.
There's been chatter on the Resistance frequencies while you were off planting the ordnance. The Resistance has set off 3 bombs so far. The first blast sent them scattering. Then, of course, they attempted to stay in touch via comm unit. So you can imagine the results. Quite a successful operation.
They defied the Empire. Now they will fear it again.
I'll say. 1 bomb went off near the Resistance's medical bay. They say they're treating wounded on conference room tables now. And with the investigation they'll have to launch to discover our method, we'll be ahead for quite some time.
Alright. And with that, boys and girls, bros and hoes, you guys, oh my gosh, I hate that. I think we will call episode 6A complete. Like, comment, subscribe, follow me on Facebook, Twitter, and did I miss anything? I would say Instagram, but I don't have an Instagram account. I should probably fix that one of these days, but anyway, like I said, like, comment, subscribe, follow me, Facebook, Twitter. Peace out. I'll talk to you guys soon. Thanks.